Alrighty, so this is how you're going to mark appointments as missed. So essentially on the calendar, I have all my appointments here. These ones that are green are showing up as billed. And the reason they're showing as billed is because it was scheduled and I did not physically go in and mark it as missed. So every appointment in our system, essentially, if it's scheduled on the calendar and you don't go and indicate that the appointment was missed, our system's going to assume it was attended and billed. Bill doesn't mean that it's necessarily been paid or that the client's been charged. It just means that it is a billable service in our system. So that's how you'll kind of contextualize that for appointments that are missed. So let's say, Kevin Stewart today told me that he was going to be missing this 12:40 appointment. So what I would do is I'd click on that appointment. I'd go ahead and I press this button missed right here. And it's then going to pull up this client missed appointment screen. This is where I can select a reason. So if it was late canceled, right, you'll see that if I don't even select a reason, it's going to automatically default to the amount of that billed appointment. So that's just going to automatically default to that full amount. You can make a change. So if I wanted to waive this fee, for example, I could go ahead and put 0 and put missed appointment. I could put a little note to myself, say emailed an hour before the appointment. Waiving fee first time, right? Something like that. I could put a little note in there if I wanted. I could mark that appointment as missed. So that's how I'd mark that one as missed. Then let's say John Bright also reached out today and said he's missing that appointment. So I could go and I'd press missed. Again, I could choose my reason. So no show, I could do that. If I want to make it so that, certain things like canceled or clinician canceled, maybe I called out sick and I need to mark this appointment as missed. If I want to have it default to 0, that's something I'm going to set up in the practice settings section. So there is a way to do that. Essentially, everything else will default to being the full amount. So unless I go in and set it so that it's something else, it's going to be that full amount. But to do that, essentially, we'll go up to account settings. Oops, not staff and users, excuse me. You'll go to practice settings, and then here there's missed reasons. And so in missed reasons, for ones that you want it to default to the full amount, don't do anything, just leave it, right? So don't even check them off. But for ones that you want it to be different, so if they canceled right ahead of time and you want it to be 0, you'd go ahead and you'd check off this box and then you'd put in the amount 0. Same with rescheduled, you'd put 0, and clinician canceled, you'd put 0. If your fee for a late cancel is, $100, or maybe you have a flat rate for those late canceled, it doesn't matter what their appointment was actually scheduled for, but everyone is going to be charged a certain rate. That's when you could also do this here. So like a late canceled, let's say my rate is, $80 per canceled session. If it was a late cancel in my cancellation policy, that's when I could then go and put this. And so every time I choose late canceled, it's going to overwrite whatever that appointment was scheduled for and put $80. But yeah, again, it just kind of depends on your cancellation policy. So for example, let's say we did, the canceled. Maybe this one, I'll just show you the example of, okay, yeah, $80 is my late canceled policy. So now if I go to my calendar and I wanted to mark John Bright as a late cancel, again, I'd click it, I'd go to missed. And right here, when I choose late canceled, it's going to write in the amount of $80. I can always change it. So like if I want to override it for whatever reason, maybe it was a late canceled, but there was a really severe reason why he couldn't come, I can always change it. Like this is just the default. It's not like it's set in stone. I can always make adjustments based on my discretion if they want to waive that fee or not. So again, that's how you mark appointments as missed, and that's how you set up those missed reasons in your practice settings.